My life.
Yay! I can't do that much because my water is shaking.
I can't. We made it.
Yay!
We made it. Hooray! When was the last time we were live?
It's been at least 3 weeks because it was before my hub's surgery.
Hooray!
See,
It's been long enough for me to. It's been long enough for me to forget.
That's how long it's been.
That's how long it's been. It's longer than I could keep an attention span to know that I needed to turn off our chat.
Hi, lady friends.
Oh, we missed you guys. So it's one of those things where it's like you don't realize how insanely helpful this is until you don't have it for like a month, and then you're like, holy crap.
Need some motivation.
Holy crap, I've gained 10 pounds and I'm sad. Why? Why?
I was like, we just need some chat. That's all.
I know. Sherry's was definitely like, yep, we have to do a chat. And and like the live chats have like kind of blown up on YouTube. Like there's tons of, which is, I mean, kind of cool. They're all doing their own thing, but it's like made me really sad and miss our live chat.
I know. I was like, it is really fun.
Is everybody able to see us? I see Just Call Me Joe's having an issue saying that they have no picture. Sometimes you might have to click out and then come back in. It just depends on when we went live and when you're watching. Sometimes there can be an issue. So hopefully you're able to see. No, someone else doesn't have a picture. Yes? Wait, Jackie, is that yes, you have a picture? Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and until we see that it's a problem with everybody, we're going to keep talking a little bit.
Okay.
I guess.
If you are having trouble, do try and click out of your screen and then pop back in. Sometimes it just takes it a second to catch up.
Okay, she has a picture. Jackie has a picture, so at least we know that one person does.
Welcome, Mallory. She's her first chat. She finally got to be here.
Woo! Yay! Okay. So, okay, good. They can see us now. Sometimes it just takes a minute for us to catch up too with you guys. So
we're just so fast.
Thank
the
you.
internet isn't ready for us.
They're not ready for this jelly. Thank you guys for being so patient with all the tech issues. It is a lot of work to go live and to get everybody synced up and stuff to make sure it's working. So thank you guys all for being so patient with that always. Fabulous. So there's just so much.
Yeah.
We could talk about Cherie. You had a fabulous weigh-in. Would you like to weigh in on your weigh-in?
It was real crazy. I've been off track probably for about a month, probably since we've stopped doing the chats. Not like super off the rails, but just having steady gains every week. And so last week I was like, this is it. Like we are not going in the right direction. We got to reel it in. And I stuck to plan. I'm doing modified Simply Filling. And I lost 5.1 pounds last week.
Woo! I should have had the sound effect ready. I'm such a dooger.
I was really shocked. I was like, what? I weighed myself twice because I was like, maybe that's wrong.
Did you weigh yourself throughout the week? Did you have an idea that it was going to be a solid loss, or did you just wait?
I waited. I was like, I'm not going to get on the scale because if it's not going down, then that might put me into like a, see, when you try, you should just eat the chocolate kind of mindset. So I just waited until weigh-in, and I was like, holy mackerel.
Yeah, well, and talk about the party that you went to, because that was super cool.
Yeah, so I had 2 social outings that were a success. I went out last weekend with the nanny family, and I ordered off the sides menu, got all Simply Filling foods that were steamed. Didn't overdo it on dessert. I just killed it. So I was like so proud of myself for going to a restaurant, sticking to a plan, and making good choices. And then this weekend we had a neighbor of ours had a big barbecue party, and I knew that food was going to be there that I really wanted. So I ate dinner before we went. And then I also made it like we were accidentally a little bit late. So we didn't get there right when dinner started. So a lot of the food had already been eaten. And the stuff that hadn't been eaten had been sitting there. So like it wasn't tempting for me to like want to mindlessly pick at it. So I wasn't hungry. I brought a kombucha with me. I drank my kombucha. And then as it started to get later, I started to feel sort of hungry. And I was like, okay, if I don't go home, I'm going to end up snacking on these foods. So I was like, okay, guys, it was really nice to see you. And I went home and had 100-calorie popcorn and went to bed. So
good. For being out is like really impressive.
yeah, so I was like, okay, so we can do this. Just not every social situation has to be a food invitation.
Hold up, Anya has a challenge or a channel. I'm gonna.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anya, you tricksy little hobbit. Let's
You
find
sassy minx. We're gonna have to find your channel and sub.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Do it.
It's so funny because Sheree was just like, I want to know what does Anya eat?
Yeah, I was like, she's got a good name. Like, I feel like she should know things.
Oh, there you are. Yay! We are sub to you, doll. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. Oh, look at how cute this little bean is. Can you see her?
Oh, she's adorable.
She's adorable. Love it. Okay, so yeah, it's like a super. Yeah, okay. All right, let's do that. Let's just get it. Let's just tear off the Band-Aid. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, my lighting is so bad. I recently switched around this room, and my lighting's terrible. So we're just going to talk in the dark like best friends.
We're having a slumber party.
Having a slumber party. I don't know. And yes, you do, girl. You know stuff. So, yep. I have totally I went to a dark side of everything. I don't know what it was. As much as weight as I was gaining, I never hit a point that I was like, oh, this sucks, but I didn't do anything. I don't know. But yep, I'm up to 174, guys. So as of to this morning, I have to tell you, I've been having a horrible time with some really bad cramps and being really bloated, but with no period. I was talking to Sheree. I'm sorry if this is too much information for you, but I'm a woman. Most of us are women. We should be able to talk about these things because they affect our weight.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sheree was talking, and when I was telling her my symptoms, she was like, "Oh, that sounds like a cyst."
Yeah.
Or like you have some cyst issues, which I do have an IUD, so that is definitely a possibility, and I have had them when I was younger. So anyway, 174, that's what the scale says. While wearing clothes, I decided to, before I've always weighed myself without clothes, and because I have to weigh at work with clothes on, I decided a good way for me to gauge what I'm going to wear when I'm at work is by wearing my clothes. So that's how I'm weighing. When I take off my clothes and I weigh, there is a difference, about 2.5 pound difference with my clothes on or off, but that's just the way it is. So anyway, I'm talking super fast because this sucks. But here's my plan. I'm going back to basics, hardcore. I've been watching my old vlogs. Today, I went and got some of the old foods that really helped me through in the beginning. We are going to be paying more attention to our channel. I would like to do some more grocery hauls. We never really did food prep stuff before. And I don't know. I think it's probably because we're not really too food preppy.
Yeah, I'm very minimal. I do a little bit of food prep, but it's nothing I think that's video worthy.
And I don't tend to like to be like, hey, this is what the meals that I have planned out for the week. But if that's something that you guys are interested in, I guess we could share it, because I mostly just show you. You know, you get to see what it looks like. And I feel like we're not being redundant, because there's so many times when I watch meal prep videos and then I see it and they explain the exact same things that was in the video I watched. And I'm like, okay, well, that seems, but I just don't want to be that way, especially since I'm not physically showing you guys the food prep. It would just be talk.
Yeah.
But yep, so that's it. Just going back to me. Also, I do this every time, is I really focus on like, oh, I need to get back to the gym but that's not how I started. So how I started was with food, and then I slowly worked into it. I downloaded the Couch to 5K app, and it's 3 days a week where you run for a half an hour and you build up to it. And so
You run a half an hour starting out?
No. You run walk. It's like the training. It's a 30-minute training.
Oh.
You run it's whatever you're up that you can do, like a light jog or whatever for like a minute and a half, and then you do the other. So to me, that's something that I can do 3 days a week and be more mindful of food. So
I think that's a solid start plan. And I do think that going back to basics, if you're ever struggling, that's like the best way to start, because sometimes you might even find the reasons that you wanted it so bad to begin with, just by starting at the dirt bottom, you know?
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, I think I've kind of gotten away. Like I've been within this little wiggle room where I'm like, well, I'm not really showing that the weight, but I've seen some pictures of myself candidly. And while I'm not by any means like super overweight, I am bigger than I was. And that's not a direction that I'm wanting to go in. So I'm no longer,
You're reeling it in. You're reeling it in.
Yeah, no longer comfy there. And like I said, I feel like I have a good plan. I actually watched YouTube videos this week, which I have not done in a really long time. That's a quick way for me to tell that my interest is back in or my head's back in the game, is when I am actually paying attention. So, and not just on the days that I'm vlogging, which is, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to, I don't know. It's hard. So.
Weight loss, I mean, we've talked about this before, but I just feel like weight loss is a lifetime thing, and you're not always going to be 100% on your game. You're going to stumble. I mean, you know, if we all could just change our minds completely and like never have to worry about weight again, we would have done it, you know? It's just something I'm always going to have to work on and work for.
Totally. Mallory, I do not like to run. I just like to say that I do not like it, but it is a quick way for me to get active, and I can bring my kids. Like my 9-year-old can do this with me. And then it provides like an opportunity for.
I was considering the couch to 5K, but I am so worried about running because my ladyberries are like real big, and I am afraid that it's going to be painful. I've never run in my entire life. I don't even think I've like run for my life. Like, I don't think I've ever like swiftly jogged. I think I'm a walking girl. Slow and steady. But maybe I'll go and try and see if I can jog for a second.
Maybe instead of jogging, you can do like high quality speed walking. Like bum, 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 bum.
I'll just see if I get any facial injuries.
Oh my gosh, hold on. I have to get something to show you guys.
Okay. But yeah, I think the couch to 5K is totally awesome because I've heard a lot of people have success with it, and it's easy to do and it's easy to build up with. I would love to be one of those people that's like, I totally run, because I don't. Yay!
Party. Oh god, it's like not even showing up, guys. Boom, boom. This was like a big deal to me, actually, was to be able to get a fanny pack and be able to wear it. Like,
dude,
and
you could use that for running.
Yeah,
you could put your running snacks in it.
Put your running snacks in here, and I could put like some activities and like
pepper spray,
and some inhaler, like my inhaler and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. My pre-workout, my post-workout, my protein bars,
my middle of the workout pro-workout.
So it's Oh wait, Alexa, do you have a channel too? Sorry, we're like so over the board.
Yeah. We'll too, Alexa.
So the funniest thing ever is I posted on Facebook that because I was like, man, I want a fanny pack, but I want kind of a cool one. So I typed into Amazon, cool fanny pack, and Amazon's like 0 results found.
Nobody thinks those are cool.
I know. I was like, touche, Amazon. But I'm bringing them back. I mean, so you saw it here.
Yeah.
Bringing the fanny pack.
But I mean, rock the fanny pack, because I think it would give me an extra fanny if I tried to rock one at this point.
Oh, I'm so excited to have it. But yeah, so what are some things that's helping you now, Charizzle?
I'm double teaming on myself. I'm double tracking. Because I kind of felt, I've talked about this in my vlog a little bit, but I just felt like the last month or so, I've just been we've been eating out a lot. We've been going to a lot of like events. We've been going out of town. But then in the middle times, I'm doing Simply Filling, and I'm just like, yeah, but I can eat, 4 tortillas because it's Simply Filling. And that's not the spirit of Simply Filling, is to not eat everything you can on the foods list, Right. So I'm back to tracking points, but I am eating the foods off of the Simply Filling foods list. So whole grains, that's also helpful because I'm gluten free. So like whole grains, veggies, lean proteins, that kind of thing. So double tracking, I think, is really working. Plus, I feel like if you've been curious about Simply Filling, but you're afraid to step off of the tracking, just get the Simply Fillings foods list and try a week of doing that, and then see how you feel, you know?
I think that's amazing that you're able to do that, because I can't even like single track, let alone double track. So you're a track star.
Oh, the only way I've ever been a track star. Well, I was worried at first because Simply Filling foods are kind of higher in points. Like, you know, you're allowed to have whole wheat pasta, you're allowed to have gluten-free pasta, rice, those sorts of oatmeal, things that I kind of avoided when tracking before. But those foods are really filling. So like if you stick to a serving size, you are satisfied. I don't feel like I needed more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's good to kind of remind myself again, kind of like a crash course in portion control, because I feel like that's something I was kind of losing doing Simply Filling is portion control.
Yeah. Well, and so realistic, like lately, I've been so hungry around, so right before dinner time, I find that I am so hungry, like so hungry. And then after dinner, like I get like really munchy. And so that's a area that I really have to focus on. So my plan is to beef up my lean proteins at lunchtime to see if that will carry me over better, but to also add like some better carbohydrates. So today I bought bread that is not 1 point. I bought heavier seeded bread that's 2 points. But to be honest, the things that I eat it on, it's like, is it worth it to have an airier bread? Like, so if I have an airy bread that is not filling me up, and then I am hungry later, so I have to figure it out, and then I'm going to eat something that, you know, that's definitely going to be higher than the 2 points extra I would have spent to have a heartier meal. So that was like, that was kind of a moment for me today, was to think about that. Because I was like, well, I could have egg and avocado toast with egg whites for breakfast, and then it would only be 1 point for my bread, 2 points for my avocado, and 0 points. So that'd only be a 3-point breakfast. But it's like, is that gonna fill you up? Really? Is it, Celia, is it gonna fill you up? How about you have 4 points worth of avocado, and you have a 2-point slice of bread, and you have a serving of your egg whites on it? Like, beef it up, make it last. Like, stop. I think it's really unhealthy behavior to try and get your meal points down so low to where you are denying yourself basic nutrients in order to act out in bingy ways during the day.
Yeah.
That leads to really bad choices, and it totally screws me up because I'm no longer like eating to like satisfy my hunger. I'm dieting in a way so that way I can have a binge. And that's not what I want.
And it's not sustainable.
Totally not. I'd much rather be the week and be within my daily points and use my weeklies in that way, instead of trying to micromanage my dailies in a way that I am putting myself in a situation where I am looking forward to a binge during the day. Because even if it's within your points, it's still binge mentality. Like, if you're scrimping on all of your points throughout the day just to get to that point where you can like totally indulge and stuff. And I'm not drinking anymore. Like, I know it sounds like I have a problem, but I was having like a drink every night, sometimes 2 drinks, you know, and that's a lot of sugar. Even though I had the points for it, it's a really terrible way to use points. It's dumb. So I shouldn't be, my goal is to not be drinking calories other than my coffee creamer for the next couple weeks. Like, just get your crap together, Celia. You know, it was. No, it was worth it. I mean, I was going through a lot of stuff. Like, I was having, you know, some crappy things, and that's how I was, you know, like getting rid of stuff at the end of the night and going to sleep. But I need to just stop.
Yeah. Just let it go.
Yeah. And it's not, like I said, it's not like I'm like getting sloshy drunk every night or like anything like that, but having 1 to 2 drinks at night where you're like, oh, I feel happy and the world is calm and I'm going to go to sleep, that still affects you with your weight. So
yeah. Plus it's just empty calories. Like, you're not gaining anything from it.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you're gaining something mentally.
It's giving me a lot of
liquid courage.
Yeah, to just like forget about the thing. You know?
Yeah. But I'm kind of doing a little bit like that. Like I'm trying to use my weeklies instead of, I used to hoard my weeklies for like food binges for like a night when I really wanted a whole bunch of snacks or like for some big out to eat meal. But now I'm trying to use those for real foods. Like I got rid of the sugar-free jam and I was like, I'm just going to buy regular jam because 1 tablespoon is more than enough. That's a serving. I can use my weeklies on it. It's delicious, you know, and put it on something yummy that'll keep me satisfied.
I'm just trying to be like realistic with myself. Like have honest conversation because I am super, super good at tricking myself into believing whatever it is that I want to believe to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I am really good at making, like I could defend anything. I could make I could make really good points about anything to myself. And I just need to know that about myself, and I need to be honest and I need to stop, telling myself these things that are inhibiting my behavior. So that's it. That's like with the having drinks, with the, saving points to eat like crazy, to make sure, cause I'm so all or nothing. It's ridiculous. There's days that when I'm on plan, I'm like, oh, I'm doing really good. No, you're not. You have 17 points left for the day, Celia. That is not really good. So what does that happen? That translates to the next day when I wake up completely famished and I can't get it together because I'm not setting myself up to have each day be as successful as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just not, So
well, we're our worst enemies. Like if anybody can talk us in or out of something or talk ourselves down, it's us. So, we are always out to get ourselves somehow for some reason.
Yeah. So I think it's really important. And while I want to think that like challenges and extreme lifestyles and, just these extra pressures that I put on myself while they put me in a competitive mode, they are not doing what I need them to do.
Because if you think about it, you're not always going to be in that situation. So like using it for a short term is fine for motivation or whatever, but long term, that's not always going to be a motivator.
Right. Well, and we've kind of talked about it before, like fad diets, things that we've done in the past or trends that are happening now that can be so tempting. Like
because they offer immediate results or like what feel like immediate results, but they're not sustaining results.
I legit saw somebody post on Facebook like because they're doing like the keto diet, which no shame. I'm not judging anybody that wants to do these diets. I am not. But when she posts like these jalapeno poppers that she had made that were totally ketogenic and that's what she was eating for the night, and people that make bacon fat mayonnaise dressings, and so I'm just like, okay, this is not for me.
And I totally feel like I think any diet plan can work for you, but I feel like if you flippy floppy between like 6 different plans and you're on a different plan every 4 days and every other week you're trying something new, your body, and you're going to say, oh, well, I'm not having success with this. It's been 4 days and I haven't lost 1,000 pounds. You're never going to have success if you don't pick a plan and stick to it, and follow it through. Your body needs at least a month to like adjust to the new things that you're given to it. So like, I feel like I want to like tell everyone like, don't fad diet. Just pick any plan that works for you. And I'm not saying just Weight Watchers, like pick any plan, keto, whatever, and just stick with it. And it'll work. It's just the flippy floppy will get you nowhere.
Right. Yeah. And it's hard because I think, there's been so many times, from today, from the first time I realized that I was overweight, that I was desperate to not be, that I was desperate for a change on the scale, that that I would do anything. I mean, except for, eat right and exercise. Well,
except for put in any effort.
Right. But I would do like, I did HCG diet, that was horrible for my body. It was a really mean thing to do to myself. I have a really unhealthy relationship with food. I either binge really hard or I have had problems on extreme restriction in the past. And so, that was not healthy for that. It wasn't. I did lose weight and I gained it right back.
Yeah,
But
it's not life sustaining.
yeah, so I think that it's super like, oh, alluring when people are like, I've lost 35 pounds, you know, or I've done this, and just the things that they're explaining, and you're listening to it, and because of how badly you want it, you're like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. You know, it's totally worth it to be, you know, thin, but it's like,
I'm pretty convinced that all of the problems I have now with like my digestion and like absorption of minerals and like food allergies, all those problems I think are because I've had an entire lifetime of just being mean to my body, like not giving it good food, starving it, doing diet pills, and like unregulating everything. Like your body is naturally made to, you know, regulate its weight if you're doing the things that are good for it. You know what I mean? So.
yeah.
I just feel like it's so unhealthy, and like Weight Watchers has really kind of helped me get off of that roller coaster. You know, it's been a slow descent, but I don't know. I just wish I'd found it sooner. I wish I'd done Weight Watchers like 8 years ago, and then I could have, you know, been at a good weight in like my 20s, you know.
I'm glad I wasn't in a good weight during my 20s, because I would have done so much worse than I already did.
Actually, you're true. That's true. I think maybe it probably wouldn't have been safe for me to be a hot biscuit in my 20s.
I think the fact, so like just being myself and having a good personality and somewhat like whatever. I mean, I raged, you know, and if you would have added like, you know, a slamming 20-year-old body to that, I would have been in trouble. Like, I would have been like, by now I would have probably have shaved my head Britney Spears style and like had like multiple episodes.
Yeah, Schmippy, that's exactly what I'm saying. When I think we talked about this before too. When I heard about Weight Watchers, or like when I talked to Celia about thinking about joining, I was like, all I can think about is being like in elementary school and every teacher with those frozen like diet meals that just are gross and terrible. And even when I'd done Weight Watchers in the past, I did it, you know, like 10 years ago, back when that pretty much was what you could eat on Weight Watchers. And I remember like just the horrible food. But this Weight Watchers, the new one, is not like that at all. It's like whole foods. You can eat what you want. Like, work things that are yummy into your life. Like, it's not restrictive. It's amazing. And I wish they'd had it 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, it just kind of moves with what's going on in the it's so hot here, guys. I don't have my air conditioner on. So if I'm like a sweaty Betty and my face is bright red, it's because I'm a sweaty Betty.
Me too. This is the hottest room in my house, and I can't turn my fan on because it's really loud. So I'm schvelting.
Schvelting, yeah. I mean, but anyway, yeah, this plan actually has more success than any plan that Weight Watchers has ever launched, and Weight Watchers has been around for a heck a long time.
I think Weight Watchers was the first like mass diet program. I'm pretty sure it was started in the 50s because I watched Mad Men. I was obsessed with that show, and the main character was doing Weight Watchers in the 50s.
But yeah, no, it's been around forever, and so the fact that this program, they've had so much success with it, it's super encouraging. You know, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like this is a good time to do it. Mm-hmm. I don't have any bitter points plus resentments, you know.
Plus, with the internet, I feel like it's like the best time to do any diet because there's so much information out there, guys. There's so much motivation, information, people who are doing it. Even if you're not doing Weight Watchers, if you're into keto, if that's what you're into, there's tons of keto videos. Like, there's just so much support for whatever diet you're looking for, you know?
What are some things that are motivating to you guys? What do you do to keep you buckled down? What are some things that you do to help you? I would really like to hear some ideas that you guys have and some things that you do.
Sarah has a question. She said, along these lines, how do you guys feel about artificial sweeteners and stuff like fat-free dairy? I feel like Weight Watchers steers you towards it. I feel like a little of the real thing is better. What's funny about that is when I started Weight Watchers, that's all I ate was like fat-free cheese. And even on Simply Filling, fat-free cheese, fat-free dairy, those are Simply Filling. You don't have to count points for those. But now that I've done it for a while, I feel like it's worth it to use your weekly points for those upgrades. Just because I think they're good in a pinch. I think if you were at the end of your day and you don't have any more points and you were craving something cheesy, then fat-free it up. But I don't think that I'm trying to avoid I still get light, but I'm trying to avoid the fat-free stuff, the sugar-free sweeteners, the sugar-free stuff. I'm trying to work it into my plan as a real food instead of something that's got too much chemicals in it. But I do think that that's kind of a base for Weight Watchers, but I think that's just because to lose weight, you have to have less calories, and most people who do Weight Watchers love food, and you want your food to taste like the foods you're used to. So I think when you're starting Weight Watchers, that's a great resource to have, is these fat-free cheeses and light stuff, so that you can ease into a healthy lifestyle with those comfort foods that you're used to, but just made in a better way. You know?
Yeah. I think that we all understand that like chemical alterations to foods are probably not the best things for us, but my opinion on this is to really have some grace for yourself. I think that just by nature of the plan, Weight Watchers is encouraging you to add more fruits and vegetables. So I think if you are putting more of those into your diet and you have to use whatever it is to get you through your recipes and things, do that. You know, I think eventually the things that you decide are going to continue to work for you or not, then do it. It really is a personal choice. I think that right now, there's so many people that are willing to food shame for whatever reason. Either you're not plant-based, or you are eating artificial sweeteners, or you are eating carbohydrates, or you're eating GMOs, or you're not eating GMOs, or that's not ethically sourced, or you know what I mean? There's so much of that going on. I think that inherently what you have to think about is what works for you, what's going to help you reach the goals that you want to, and reassess when needed. Like, no one's telling you from a program side what is a better path to choose. But I think that eventually how things go, you will be able to, I don't know, you'll be able to find and play with things and have them work however, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, you know, eat what you want. Eat what makes you successful. I am trying to avoid them because they mess with my stomach. But if you can handle them and they are helping you be successful and they're helping you make better choices and they're an addition to your food, then do it. Like, get it. You know.
Yeah. So, but would I say that by having a diet that is solely based on you're not getting fruits and vegetables or lean proteins and balanced carbohydrates, and all you are having is extremely processed foods, I think you are going to feel like crap.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's gonna catch up.
Yeah, you're going to be like, hey, I don't feel well. I'm having really bad digestion problems. Like, those are things to think about while you're on the program. So let's be honest, this is what happens when we change our diet is we have digestion issues that come up. So if that's something that's affecting you, then maybe reevaluate how much of the processed stuff you're having, how much sugar-free things that are you eating that rely on a really chemically sourced artificial sweetener. If you're having really, you know what I mean, headaches, maybe it's a caffeine that you're getting from something that you wouldn't normally, or, you know, I don't know, a million of those kinds of things. So yeah, it's hard. It's really hard with dairy because dairy is like a really high point if you are not going with fat-free options.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I just upgraded to light, because even the light, I'm like, ooh, you know, it's 2 points for a slice of cheese, but you know. But
I mean, and that's the thing is this program, if you are doing this program, you will never starve if you decide like, hey, I'm going to cut out, this is super important to me. I'm going to cut out, you know, most of my dairy and just have a few other things from it. You're not going to starve. You have plenty of vegetables, plenty of fruits, plenty of lean proteins. But like I said, this is your plan. So don't let anybody shame you for doing your plan. Do it how it works for you. And, you know, and that might be working for you right now, and 6 months down the road, that might not work for you. You'll adjust stuff and have that work. But that's the beauty of being on a journey is you'll find out what steps are going to be the right steps and what steps are going to be missteps, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of like how I feel about the double tracking is if you go to like the Simply Filling group, they're like, that is not how you do this diet. You cannot do it this way. You cannot say that you're doing Simply Filling if you're also tracking points. But you can do whatever in in the French toast you want to. It's your diet plan. You do what you do, and whatever works for your body, you know? So it just kills me when people are too purist about something, and they don't leave any wiggle room for people's individual paths.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. And I think that the people that really have these issues with it, I think that for them, it's such a struggle. And so in some way that somebody taking what they might view as a shortcut or something might be like, oh my gosh, you know, you can't, it's just, there's something going on with that person. Again, it's not you, because they really wouldn't be so concerned about the fact that you're having what you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I kind of want to post in there and be like, you cannot tell me that this doesn't work. I lost 5 pounds last week. Like, you can't tell me that what I'm doing is wrong, you know? So,
I mean, ultimately, even if it's something that we don't agree with, you know, like, or a diet that does not work for us, like, that's our stuff. That's our personal things, you know? Things that are pretty obvious, like, is yo-yo, you know, like we were talking about yo-yo dieting, fad dieting. This isn't just our opinions on things. This is proven to be pretty bad for your body.
yeah.
You know, so consider it when you're doing stuff. I mean, that's the best that we can do. We have been on the internet for a year, you know, posting that we have been judged for literally everything that we do.
Yeah.
We know these feels real hard.
And even with some of those what I consider extreme diets, like keto, if you are a person who has a medical condition and keto fixes that, then keto it up. You know, that's your diet plan. That's what your body needs, you know. But just keep in mind with any diet that, you know, if it's too restrictive, I feel like you're going to set yourself up for a face plant, at least in my experience. If I can't have some sort of something.
The biggest thing, so like we were just talking very serious in depth, but like I'm gonna be kind of a snot for a second.
Yay!
One thing that I do notice though, with like things like Whole30, paleo, keto, is that there tends to be a little bit of they're so pushy. I've never met a person on Weight Watchers that was like, this is the right lifestyle for everybody. Like, you need to do it. This is what our ancestors were doing. Like, it's really important that you pay attention to your body like this. Like, you should get your kids doing it too. You're being really selfish.
Yeah, your teeth were made for this.
Like, your bone structure and like, you know, and you're not really keto or paleo unless you're also sleeping outside.
I mean, your saliva glands were not made to eat, you know, bread.
So I'm just saying. I mean, keto's not for me too. But
I mean, I've done low carb and totally it works. Totally it works. Like, you lose the weight, but I also wanted to kill everybody around me. Like, I am a carbolicious lady. If I do not have a potato a day, your girl is going to punch somebody in the face. Like, I am not, I cannot have a diet that does not allow me some potatoes.
So that's it. I think that that's an important thing to pay attention to, is that it's really easy to have these things kind of infiltrate our minds, especially if we're in like a stall or a gain, and to think that this is the thing that we should do. But it's like, you know, that is like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, well, it'd be like riding a bike. Remember, you're riding this bike and you're working super hard and you're like tired and you're not like getting as far as you want to. And then you see someone like pass you in a car. And you're like, that's a way better idea. But little do you know that as soon as you get in that car, you have to pay for gas. You have to, you know, pay for tune-ups and all this other stuff. You know, while it's easier, there's a lot more stuff that goes into it versus just you pushing really hard on that journey.
Mm-hmm. So, that's a good analogy.
I just came up with it just now.
Get on your bike, yo.
Get on your bike. Get on a bike, nut milk.
Oh yeah, I was trying to talk about nuts the other day and I just couldn't do it with a straight face. I totally got a thumbs down because I talked about nuts. I just know it. But
I got 3 thumbs down for my dressing room dance, and you know, it was so worth it.
Dude, they are just jealous that they can't rock a skin tight silver mini dress.
I'm pretty sure that I wasn't rocking it, but
you were rocking it.
It did not stop me from giving it my all. It was real hard to get out of that, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Look, I need some help. I need some butter.
The best part is I came out of the dressing room wearing that. Okay, just so you guys know, that is a size small that I put on, that I squeezed my poor body into because I thought it was going to be hilarious, which it was. Totally worth it. I walk out of the dressing room, and this girl that's like really well put together and like has her like oversized bag like walked by, and she was like, "Oh, real cute," or she's like, "Oh yeah, real cute," like trying to be snotty, and I'm like, "Totally," because this is obviously a serious choice right now. Like, are you kidding me? So snotty. I just wanted to be like,
You should have like danced on her.
I should have just been like, what? I don't. What?
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this.
I don't think I was ready for that jelly. Like, I laughed so hard. When I first put it on, I couldn't even look in the mirror. I was laughing so hard. I actually took the best picture. I've been obsessed with making myself look really ugly, like as ugly as possible to myself. Like ugly face, like ugly faces. Shree and I do them all the time. That's how I know.
That's how we answer the phone. Every time we FaceTime each other, the first thing we do is like the most unattractive face we can make.
So in case you guys missed the sexy dress.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
I think that is party time. Excellent.
Oh my god. You know what that looks like? It looks like if you tried to wrap up like a dog, one of those dog ropes in tinfoil.
Come on.
You just gotta live your life.
Yeah.
So some things that I'm excited about for this week, like I said, I'm just doing back to basic stuff, but I really, really buckled down on my food. Not like I buckled down, like not being able to have stuff, but I made a really awesome meal plan that I'm excited about. I found some cool new recipes that I felt very invigorated by.
I'm going to the store tomorrow to buy some kale. I also bought tofu this weekend.
Gross. Actually, I love tofu.
Who am I?
But I'm not on board with the kale. Disgusting.
Well, you know that peanut sauce that I make and put on everything? That's only 1 point. It's so good. I was thinking if I made a kale salad but let it marinate in that sauce, it might like wilt it and it might be delicious. So I'm going to give it a try. Kale!
Gross. I have nothing to say about it. It's disgusting.
I'm going to totally make you eat kale next time you come over.
It's like, it's not one of those bratty things that I have put forth in my efforts to eat kale, and it's so gross.
I always thought that tofu was gross, and then I had it at a restaurant, and I don't know what they did to it, but it was delicious. So I'm going to try and make it.
I eat tofu. I eat it in that sundubu. I mean, I think tofu, I've had it several times, and it's been really good, but
I've just never made it at home.
Tofu's fine for me. I mean, I think tofu scramble, like with turmeric, is really good. When I was vegan or whatever, that was a tasty option. But no kale.
What is tofu made out of? Is it soybeans? No.
Yes. Yes.
Great. I'm going to grow a third eye.
It's soybeans, which is probably wilted kale is probably one of my favorite things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've had it. I'm not a huge kale lover, but I've had kale salads like from Whole Foods where it's like in a sauce and it's like marinated in it and it's super good. It doesn't taste like kale. It tastes like Caesar salad. It's really good. I just don't know if I can make it at home.
All right. I mean, it's fine. I just can't even. I should just not be allowed to talk about kale with people because
you're very passionate about it. You're very
passionate about like how disgusting and mostly because it's like everywhere you look is like women in their freaking fancy, Lululemon pants, drinking kale smoothies, eating kale for lunch, acting like it's their life is complete. And I'm like, I
gotta say that when I bought the tofu, as soon as I got in my car, I felt healthy AF. Like I was like, I am a fitness guru because there is tofu in my bag.
Like I eat kale and soup Toscana from Olive Garden. I mean, I think it's super good, buried in cream and sausage and potatoes.
Well, yeah, that's other than the wilted kale salad, the only way that I've ever eaten kale where I liked it was when it was sauteed in bacon. And then you eat the bacon chunks with it, and then it just tastes like greens with bacon. It's delicious. But that's not healthy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like give me baby spinach. I will eat baby spinach instead of noodles. I will eat baby spinach in scrambles. I will eat baby spinach just straight out of the bag. Like, I love baby spinach. Kale? No! No! Get out of here, kale. You'll never be as good
Don't do the kale cleanse with me then.
I will not, for the record, I will never do any cleanse that is a soul food. I am saying right now in all definity, I will never join this.
Oh, you will not take me alive!
I'm not going to spoil, but yeah, no potato cleanses, no kale cleanses, no juice cleanses. No.
I could get down on a potato cleanse, I bet.
Oh,
I had potatoes at lunch today. I try and eat only one potato item a day. And I told my husband, I was like, I could legit eat potatoes for every meal and not get bored. I love potatoes.
I love too. I think they're really, actually, that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
I had a buffalo chicken tostada, and then I put my homemade sauerkraut on top. 6 smart points.
That's right. You showed me. It looked really good.
And I had 3 of them for 6 smart points.
I'm
all about that sauerkraut life lately.
I'm doing the thing, on Pinterest where they put like the chicken, the potatoes, and the green beans all in one pan and put seasoning over the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm having tonight, and it's going to be real good. And it's only, but I also, I think it's 7 points because what I eat is 3 ounces of chicken breast and a cup of cooked potatoes. So that's 6 points. The green beans are 0. But I'm going to be putting some of that fat-free sour cream and some bacon on my potatoes. So that's going to add some points to it. But good load. I have 13 points left for my day, even with my dinner tracked.
Bam, you need to eat more.
That's what I'm talking about. And today I ate. I ate a Mod Podge between breakfast and lunch. Like I ate a sandwich at like 10:45, but then I had a protein bar while I was out and about. I don't know.
It's okay. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, so I'll eat dinner and then I'll probably not eat anything else. I don't know. But I feel good today. Today's the first day, so up until now, that I've been in a pretty solid control of what's going on. Like the past couple of days, I've talked to Sheree. I'm really good, feeling real good in the morning, feeling real good in the afternoon, and then that hunger pangs hit me really bad, and then I'm not good. I'm not solid. But I didn't have that today, and it's because I had a protein bar at 3 o'clock.
So I really need to get some more protein bars.
I think that's the kicker, man, is beef up my protein in the afternoon. We've been talking I guess it's not that long.
Maybe you should do boiled eggs and cheese and fruit, a fruit plate with a boiled egg or something in the afternoon. So it's a lot. It looks like a lot that you're eating, but you're getting protein, you're getting some dairy, and it's going to fill you up between,
So my mom was brought us these fresh eggs from her neighbor, and they're fresh chicken eggs, and they're supposed to be so good. Sheree, I can't eat them without gagging.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why it freaks me out so much that they're from their neighbors.
Okay, so because I am a chicken owner, I'm going to tell you that you have to make sure you get to know the person who is providing you with fresh backyard eggs, because there could be a likelihood that you will get a rotten one or one that might not be completely an egg if they don't keep them in order by when they collect them. If they just randomly pick them up in the yard. So when we have our chickens, we have in nest boxes, and we have a system for egg.
They do. They're actually quite fastidious about their chicken. It's not like a ghetto.
Oh, then yeah, you should.
But I have the same problem when I get pastured eggs.
Well, you're eating,
Stop.
Vegan, so. So you're always going to run the risk of something. But that could be true with any food you get at any store-bought food. You can get, people have died from botulism on spinach from the stores. You can get sick from any food.
This is getting really dark. I'm not going to be able to eat anything tonight.
See, I'm helping you on your diet already.
No, I just need to go get some eggs that I will eat and boil them and stop being a baby. Look at that. I just made a stupid excuse. Yes, that is a fabulous idea. Boil some eggs. Eat them in the afternoon, Celia. Stop being a brat.
Just buy different eggs if you don't want to boil those.
Exactly.
Boiling them is the best way, because then there's no risk at all of them being anything because they're boiled.
Maybe I will maybe I'll boil one.
Bowl one. See how it goes.
Maybe I'll bowl it. All right. Well, so what? So should we do? I mean, we kind of discussed a few channels. Should we do a YouTube roll call?
Roll call.
Roll call, and we'll do a weigh-in at the same time. If you would have a weigh-in you would like to share, please share it now. If you have a YouTube channel that you would, or an Instagram that you would like to share, please feel free to share it now. Also, when this video is no longer live and just on our channel, please feel free to go put your channel in the comments so that way people watching this in the future can see it.
Yeah, and on the same thing, after this video is live and you guys can go and comment on that video, let us know if there are some videos that we've done in the past or that you have seen that you would rather us incorporate into our channel, and we'll see if we can't get some fresh to death new content going for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've just been kind of schluffing it with our vlogs. I mean, it's hard work, guys. No joke. It is hard work to vlog. It may not seem like it, but it is.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of gotten in a little schnuff of that. Jackie's down 4.3. Woo! And so yeah, so if you have, like Sheree was saying, if you have ideas as to something you would like to see us do, I'd love to fulfill your wishes.
We're a genie in a bottle, baby. Gotta no, wait, stop it. You look great. I think that's your go-to hairstyle. Summer hairstyle of the year.
Oh yeah. Clip flip. It's just so hot. I just need it off the back of my neck.
Yeah.
William's down 1.8, total of 130.2 pounds. Yes, girl.
Get it, get it.
Joe lost 2.8 this last week. Woo.
Mallory lost 2 pounds. That's amazing.
Yes, queen. Oh, she almost hit the 20-pound mark. That's so close. Oh, it's okay. Gains happen. I was there too. Let's challenge each other to push past our gains.
I had a whole month of gains. We're all here with you in spirit.
500-pound struggles down 113 pounds so far.
Whoop, whoop.
Gosh, that is so.
Don't feel bad about the gains, guys. That's all part of the journey. And just think about it. Even if you were perfect for an entire month, you're gonna have at least 1 week where you have a gain. So,
and
not to be too hard on yourself.
Yep, I think there's a line between having too much grace and not having enough. So definitely have to find that balance. If you find that you are constantly gaining, you might need to rethink how you are talking to yourself. Are you being too gentle? Like maybe it's okay. There's always next week, or meh, because that's what I've been doing. I've been totally giving myself way too much slack. So if you are honest about what you're doing, and you're like, hey, this has to stop. This behavior has to stop. Then it'll help. I mean,
Mallory, you might have reached 2 pounds this week, but if you weighed with your clothes on, that could be it. So you could just, I always tell myself if I'm close, like by point something, I'm like, I'm basically there.
Well, and it's more to push for this week too. That being so close, you're gonna be like, it'll be something to put in your mind. You're almost at 20 pounds. Oh.
I always tell myself that I need a whole bunch of dinner ideas, but I do so much better when I simplify and I don't have a lot of ingredients. I don't have a lot of cook time that's going to take me to make a meal. Like if I just break it down to like, these are the 3 dinners I'm going to have this week and then just interchange them. That works for me.
Started in February, down to, way to go, Evelyn. It's down to 159.
Oh, that reminds me. I went to the doctor Friday. And my doctor was like so impressed with how well I've done. And she's like, I can't believe you lost so much weight. You're doing great.
I'm pretty much loving the hashtag naked weigh-in.
We need to use that, guys, from now on. If you post on Instagram, hashtag naked weigh-in, because then
hopefully you're doing this at home and not at your Weight Watchers Center.
I encourage you to do it at your Weight Watchers meeting. Just be like, give me a second.
I feel really bad for your receptionist, not because of how your body is, but because nobody deserves to be exposed to a naked body when they're not expecting it.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, guys, look how red my face is. I look like
just got a nice little glow.
I'm past a glow. Totally doing it in a meeting.
And then, but when you do it, like get naked and then you just scream, naked weigh-in, and then jump on the scale.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I don't think I would be able to look anybody. I would not even know what to do.
I'd be like, well, let me know when you put that away.
Somebody wait. That's crossing a line.
Also, that's probably sexist, but I kind of feel like if you're a man in a meeting full of women, you should not stand in your boxers.
Well, and the paper, it's not that serious, guys.
That's pretty genius, though.
It's not in the rule book, but I feel like if someone started taking off their clothes, I would take off mine right next to them and be like, how are you feeling about yourself?
You know, that lady had some kind
of... Not in a way that totally came out wrong. I meant like in a way that's like, hey, you weren't expecting me to be naked. Now I'm going to... Oh my God, that sounded horrible. I was not saying like, let me get naked and compare myself to you. I meant like comfort-wise. Guys, I swear to... Oh my God, that sounded really bad.
That's true. It's not in the rule book that you have to have on pants. It's okay, Celia. Everyone knows you're not an a-hole on purpose.
How many points is it when you put your foot in your mouth?
17.
Is it? Okay, well, I'm all tracked up for the day. Oh, God. This is why going live is a bad idea.
It's real bad. Real bad Michael Jackson.
Real bad Michael Jackson.
Where's Molly? We need to be bumping her. Where's Molly?
We need to be bumping her?
Thumping her? Tapping? Poking? None of these are good. Never mind.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Mallory, we're both hot, Nick. I mean, yes. Nick,
we are basically trendsetters.
I love it so much. They're going to come back and be like, the muffins made me do it. Story time, I got arrested. And I was encouraged to do so by the muffins. All right. I feel like I've kind of, I need to go, well, because I need to go make food.
Yeah, I'm going to need to go not eat food. So I'm going to eat some cherries and watch some TV and do some cross stitch.
I'm going to go make food, hang out with my crazy children, and then figure out what I'm going to do with, I'm sure once I add the sour cream, which is 1 point for like as many tablespoons as you can shove in your face for the fat free, and then the bacon bits, which is probably going to be like 2 points. So I'll have 10 points left for my day. I can easily get 10 points worth of healthy food in.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Bye, Crystal.
Bye, yeah, see you guys. Sorry, I totally just spaced out. Bye, guys, and look forward to, we actually have a fun little change to our videos this week that you guys will get to see.
Yeah, Celia's going to debut it in the morning. You guys will get to see it. Here's a hint.
Hint. All right. We love you all. Thank you so much for your constant motivation support. And we will see you guys. We are going to do this next week.
Yep. We were going to, no more excuses.
No more excuses. We're doing it next week. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
All right. I'll have better lighting and less sweat, hopefully.
I'll probably still be sweaty.
I was totally distracted by the naked weigh-ins. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.